question. To the choreographer first. Considering that Firebird comes with would require a certain design when it comes to costume. Were there any considerations as to your adjustment to the choreography, or you just went on with whatever you want to do? Here. Well,
Son. So Mark and I, and of course, our originals, Paul, we send each other, I guess, I would say 70 emails adjusting the costume, and one of the moderators from St. Paul to introduce Mark with an idea how ballet works. And of course, definitely, Mark was in the rehearsals, and before I came here, he been working with Mr. Morales. So I would say it was very excellent fusion. There was some issues which I was worried about the feathers, but I guess the world was created that way that's why birds fly. When she turns, the feathers going up. We didn't expect that. That was very interesting. We expect to get hit, but it was kind of, I would say, magic fusion. So it's worked out very well with the costumes. Of course, it was some adjustments, but definitely tail, we have to fix it. We didn't want to cut any costume because they're so beautiful. So we did good adjustment for costume, and costume designers adjust to choreography movements.
Okay. Thank you. What about the dancers? Were there any special adjustments that you have to do in terms of aligning your dance with the costume that you have?
Yes.
Mahirap ba?
Hindi naman kasi as dancer, parang part na yun kasi actually tinry talaga namin magawa ng paraan lahat para hindi ma-adjust yung costume kasi parang ang ganda-ganda na niya as it is. So, we try na hindi naman i-adjust yung movements pero mag-work lahat. Like, lalo na yung mga pirouette, like the hip turn with the boy. May mga times na lagi siyang gumagalaw, so yung tail ko minsan nandito na sa harap. So, ang daming adjustment na nilagyan nila ng mga snaps here, kailangan itahe. So, ayun po. Pero, okay naman. Okay naman.
Hi, to Rita, how long did it take you to learn the nuances of a bird, and how did you deal with it?
Until now po, nag-experiment po ako ng mga nuances. Actually, kung manonood kayo every show, feeling ko iba-iba yung gagawin ko. So baka bukas mas maganda. Hindi ko rin alam. Pero hanggang ngayon po, kasi napaka-hindi natural. Like, your arms, kailangan sobrang back. Lalo na yung headdress, kailangan mong gamitin siya. Lalo na yung mga gaya ng bird. So, hanggang ngayon, nag-explore po ako hanggang ngayon. Hanggang siguro mag-end, until the last show. Iba pa rin yung gagawin ko.
Congratulations, it was a fantastic show.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, my question is also about the costume. How long does it take for you guys to take off the costumes, and what techniques do you use to have a smooth costume change? Because I see there are many layers of clothes, and it must be put on properly, or else something might fall over it.
Well, you talk about your team. You're talking about changing into the costumes and out of them. I don't know if the dancers love me or hate me at this point. Well, because they're dance costumes, there are a lot of layers, from tights to leotards to things that look like one piece, but they're not. But my team of students from our school helped create these costumes, and we'd never done this before, so it was a big learning experience. And we had to solve some problems, like Rita was saying, about certain types of movement, and obviously this headdress, which has a life of its own. Rita had to rehearse a lot, and Jemima, the other Firebird, to get used to it. But I guess that's part of the idea of telling a story, particularly a fairy tale, state of suspended belief. Taking the costumes off, I think it's more the dancers that can answer that, but there's a lot of taking off after the end of the show.
We were thinking of a shorter interval, but it's impossible.
Yeah, they actually had to extend the intermission to 20 minutes because of the costuming, the wigs,
Makeup.
the clothes, which Rita's not wearing. I mean, there's a lot. Hopefully worthwhile.
A follow-up question for the dancers who are here. What did you enjoy most about doing Firebird?
Ay, ako, yung process of paggawa ng dances with George. Siyempre, sa amin siya ginagawa. So, si George. Masaya kasi siya mag-work. So, tapos, parang laging nagdo-joke and all. Pero, yun, parang kasi di ba ang hirap sayaw, ang hirap mag-ballet, tapos masaya lang sa trabaho. So ako yun yung pinaka-enjoy ko sa Firebird.
Sa akin naman po, yung process din ng pagbuo ng Firebird kasi binuo nga sa amin sa katawan namin to, kumbaga sarili naming galaw. Binigyan niya kami ng pagkakataon na explore para sa sarili namin. Tapos naging masaya kasi despite sa ikli ng time na ginawa to, hindi napakita yung bigat, yung pressure na malapit na yung show. As in, light pa rin siya. Hindi siya yung malapit na yung show, hindi natasaranta yung show.
For me, yung artistic team, I think sobrang galing artistic team. Yung pinaka-nagustuhan ko is yung nandiyan yung costumes, props, sets, and everything. And I think, thank you George. I think George for me, he did a great job for the company. And yun po, sobrang saya ng process lang. I mean, every day, marami siyang binibigay na options regarding the choreography. So we can change. So kung di siya mag-work, and then marami kaming options. Maybe you can do this, maybe you can. So we have a lot of options. So yun ang maganda kay George, I think, for me. Especially during pag-costumes and like mask, especially the mask. So ang dami niyang pinapatry. So yeah.
Rita?
Tulad nilang lahat, yung proseso ko yung pinakamasaya. Kasi hindi lang yung buong Firebird and Other Ballets ay na-maximize niya yung versatility ng Ballet Philippine dancers. Kung mapapansin nyo, iba-iba yung style from weighted whispers, moving tune, and ditch, and from Firebird. Iba-ibang style na pinapakita ng company, pero yet nasa-shift namin siya agad. So, ang sarap, no? Kaya saya kami sa process. Kasi iba-iba yung galaw ng katawan namin. Iba-iba yung mindset. Kasi kung ganon kabigat yung weighted whisper, so kailangan ko mag-shift sa interval na pang Firebird. So, yung playlist ko sa phone ko, actually, sobrang nagbabago from senti to hyper. Hindi ko alam. Pero may mga ganon tayong preparation, di ba, na personal. So, ayun. So, kaya lahat kami nag-enjoy sa process kasi yung 4 na choreographers, sobrang minaximize nila yung potential naming lahat. Tsaka napakasarap nung spotlight, lalo na ako personally, lalo na yung pag mag-isa ka sa stage, may spotlight ka, tapos madilim lahat. Tapos wala ka nakikita, pero ideally nakikita niya naman ako lahat. Pero yun yung pinakamasarap na feeling, yung parang nag-zone out ka sa stage. Tapos, nandiyan pala kayo. Parang gano'n.
Okay, Trixie, Mars.
Congratulations, it was really fascinating and wonderful. And from the audience, I was medyo in the middle part. first scene pa lang of the Firebird, yung the monster princess, some people were really secretly taking pictures already, and you heard there was already an applause, initial applause, so it was really parang, nakaka-goosebumps. And all throughout. I'd also like to comment yung in the ending part. It was just kind of fade, or hopefully sana yung silhouette of the Firebird can be sharper ba, the thing that, diba, towards the end. So people at the back or on the balcony and uppermost can see what they were looking at. Although obviously it was Firebird, pero yung effects sana could be darker. That's the thing.
Yes, Camille.
Hi, this is for, actually, it's a curious question for Mr. Purpose as well as Miss Wender. And also those that, the dancers who were there in most of the performances. What was the challenge since you handled different performances and from shifting from one to another? Especially Mr. Corpus, who was there, who was actually in front most of the time.
Pinakamahirap yung pagod. Kasi ibang-iba siya sa mga run through kaysa sa show kasi mas iba yung binibigay mong energy. Katulad sa Weighted Whispers, sobrang bigat ng story. So, yung energy mo madadown talaga eh. Tapos biglang mag-shift ka sa Neneled Edge na kailangan sobrang hyper mo. So, kailangan mo i-balance yun. Kailangan mo i-pull up ka agad yung energy mo para ma-meet mo yung level na yun. Kasi kung magpapadrag ka sa bigat na nararamdaman mo, parang mas mahirap gumalaw. Tapos, 20 minutes interval, tapos suot pa ng costume mo. Tapos, Firebird na kailangan prince ka na tapos magbubuhat ka. So yung kalaban mo talaga is pagod yung cramps. Kanina na, muntikan na ako mag-cramps. Kasi sobrang nadi-dehydrate na. Kasi yung pawis na binibigay ng katawan mo, parang too much na para sa... Kaya yun talaga, yung dehydration, mahirap.
To Sir George and to the dancers, now that you have shown the first show, okay, so what do you expect, or is the pressure lessened, or it's more mas mabigat na since you need to outperform your performance today for your next performance tomorrow and the succeeding days?
Yes, me.
Yeah, I'm asking you, what can you say about the show, your dancers, and to the dancers themselves? Is this nabawasan ba yung pressure, or mas nakakaano since kailangan yung
I think I understand the question. I just want to say that I'm a former dancer, but this is our job. This is what we do. So if tomorrow we have to do 7 rehearsals, we're going to do 7 rehearsals and 1 more show. So I guess that's how we do. We just dance and dance and dance. And that's you. Let's say like public should be worried if we're tired. Of course, the schedule and everything was adjusted for that, but the pressure is always there. I remember when I was dancing, I was very nervous first 2 minutes before the step on the stage. And as soon as you step on the stage, I think you disconnect. It's like time machine, and you live in your character. So I guess everybody feels like that, right? I don't know if you agree with me, but I think that's the job of the dancer, right? It's just like again, I repeat, like professional athlete. We do our job. We bring this art to public. This is my opinion, my focus. But I don't know if I answer your question.
And the dancer themselves, what can you say? Ngayon, you did your first show, so lesser pressure since the beginning.
Like George said, it's our job. Actually, yun yung mas mahirap for us is how to keep the energy up, especially for this night. We have to keep the energy kasi every performance, ibang audience ang So, to be fair, we have to be fair for the matinee and gala. So, we have to keep the energy up. And then for me, every show is expect something new from the performers, especially since the choreographers very ano sila sa amin, very mabait sila when it comes to choreography, like you can do this. So yun.
Hello po.
If you watch
Everyday
the
po,
second program, Denise and Rita do different roles. Different roles, not switch necessarily, but in the program. So for me, that's exciting. So meron pa silang ipo-premiere tomorrow evening, no? Different roles. So Rita will.
Can I add something? I don't know. Do you feel when show is over, it's kind of you want something more, right? So as a dancer, you also feel like that. When it's over, like damn, it's over. I should do longer story. I wanna. So I guess that's also kind of that stimul gives you that you know you're enjoying the dancing. So and I think all the dancers when it's apotheosis happen and the show is over, I don't know if it's adrenaline, but you're feeling like I wanna do more. I wanna do more. So the pressure, it's always there. It's always there, I guess.
Denise or Rita?
sasabihin ko lang na everyday naman po, ini-aim na maging mas maganda. I mean, magbigay ka ng more, personally. Plus, may iba-ibang cast. So, iba-ibang energy, iba-ibang pagbigay, iba-ibang itsura. Yep.
Okay, check. Hi, good evening. First, I want to commend the entire team for delivering such a wonderful show. Although I have reservations for the Firebird, but I don't get me wrong, but I love the Firebird play or the dance. During the press launch, I was given the thought that Firebird is about the story of the Firebird being caught by the pearl merchant, and I've read it from the synopsis as well. So I think you should show more about the struggle of the bird when being caught by the pearl merchant. And also I have a question for Rita. This is, do you have a specific type of bird you're patterning yourself to in terms of mimicking the nuances of a bird? Because the Firebird is supposed to be very lively.
Actually, I do research. So wala talagang Firebird.
Yeah.
Na bird.
Is there a specific bird?
Unang-una na-curious ako, ano yung ba talagang Firebird? So, syempre wala akong idea. So, nag-research ako, wala namang Firebird talaga. Though may mga tinatawag na Firebird, maliit. Pero maliliit siyang bird. So, hindi ito yun. Actually, lately kakanood ko lang ng National Geographic sa GMA. Kung aware kayo, parang pinalabas nila yung mga birds, tama ba na? So, iba-iba yung pinakita. May condor, may eagle. May iba-iba, di ba? Ewan ko kung aware kayo dun. Pero yun, napanood ko siya. So, basically, mas pinili ko yung Big Bird na parang, hindi si Big Bird. I mean, yung... Bakit pakinggan? Pero yung wala akong specific actually na bird na ginagaya actually. It's just yung nuances nila, saan sila nagkakapare-pareho, basically. Tapos tinry ko siya i-physicalize sa pagiging dancer ko. So, actually mahirap po kasi every single time babalik ako sa pagiging tao ko. So bird ako. Tao. Ang hirap. Kaya actually, inamin ko hanggang ngayon. I mean, talagang bago ako pumasok, talagang tinatry ko hindi ako tao. So, ayun. Pero wala akong specific na bird na. Pero yung mga similarities ng bawat isa sa kanila, yung pagiging territorial nila, lahat, kung dito ako, powerful lahat, ayun po. Sagot ko ba?
Okay. For George, so you mentioned earlier that the pressure is on, and the dancers also pointed out that people should expect a different show from now until Sunday. So, will you be giving them pressure to really how to push their character more, or would you just let them experiment and trust in their craft?
Well, I
I never put dancer in a very strict way. So I really explaining them what I would like to see as a choreographer, right, as a director of the show, as a creator. But I never cutting the ideas when they do something. I say like I think it's right. I say I think it's right. The same we're going back to the bird. She's not the bird. She's half human, half bird. She's a siren, right? So it's a little bit different. So that's the thing. I asked Rita, like, what if you do a little bit more this way or that way? The clothes, this was last moment experiment. And we were like, not sure, but I said, like, you know what, you not look human. So let's keep it. And I non-stop asking dancers, how you feel in that way or this way. As Cyril said, I give options. I don't think I'm the dictator in this choreography. I'm just creating some pattern, and they should follow that pattern. And it's they living that role, no, not me. I'm just behind everybody, just maybe pushing them a little bit.
Thank you. We have the last two questions or comments. Yes, please.
Hi, I have a question for Miss Rita. Were you able to see Edna Vida's interpretation of Firebird?
Hindi lahat. Yung kumakalat lang pa sa Facebook niya. Kasi
There's a difference between your interpretation and Miss Edna Vida's. Was that a conscious decision?
Ito po yung version ko. Yun lang po yun. Ito po yung Rita Wilder's George Mercanz's version. So, ayun po. Actually, napanood ko po, pero wala po akong kahit anong pinattern. Kahit isa. Okay na po. Okay po. Thank you.
Excuse me, by the way, those who were with us during the press launch, we missed one choreographer because at that time he was in Mindanao. Yes, Mindanao. Sorry. Yeah. He's here tonight. He's the one who choreographed Nene Laderche, Mr. David. So if you have a little comment or something, please.
Great piece.
Well, thank you very much.
Like, just good.
It's a simple,
Especially the music. It's good, so good. Music.
Very good vibes. Good
Yeah.
vibes.
We were-
It's a nice way to end the first sequence.
Yeah.
The first half
We
of
were
the
just
show.
actually discussing it earlier. If there's actually more meaning into it,
Yeah.
and then we realized that the title itself says "Look No
Yes.
Further." So yeah, and I think that actually could be dance. I mean, it's just a visual feast and a visual spectacle. And I think that being the last part of Act 1 was was a boom.
Thank you. Yeah, I like to unite opposite worlds. Yeah, I find that is very interesting. It is really the globalization. No? Now the cultures we enjoy more, we learn from each other. That started already with the colonial times, no? I think we learned, the Spanish was here, I don't know if we learned so much, but it was the beginning of to share cultures. And I think now, even I did productions with Metallica, also with classical expression, and I see that the audience is like activate a little bit. It's more neural. They have more excited to see ballet, yeah? Because we have to understand that there is a big evolution, and the classical we serve as a vocabulary to do more things like music. You have to play piano, solfeo, the technique, but after you can play contemporary, you can play jazz, you can play everything. And I find that the vocabulary of the classic is very open to do all kind of dance.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
As a total.
Yes, totally right. You work with Metallica.
With?
Yes. He has a piece with Metallica music.
Yeah, I have 2 productions, and I have directly from Hetfield, the composer, I have the permit to play the music. Oh, the Nothing Else Matter, and yeah, maybe like 5, 6 songs. But also played by Apocalyptica. I don't know if you know the 4 cellos, Apocalyptica. We already, yes, yeah.
So when will you
We can bring it. That is very easy to bring.
Full piece.
Yeah, full piece.
Additionally, we're very lucky also that the Czech choreographer sort of allowed David, donated to David the use of the music.
Oh yeah,
It's really exceptional music.
Yeah, and she write by hand for the permission. That is really clear that she's donating to perform here in CCB Theater.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll have a picture.